Many people think the price of expert pull could reach more than $1,000, which is pretty cool. This movie about X Ripple is probably the most important one ever. We all know that the SEC put the case against Ripple on hold, which made me feel bad. But information got out online that proved the case is over for good. What does this mean to you? As you can see, the Ripple VZ SEC keeps going in strange directions, which is scary for XRP fans and most people in the crypto world. A lot of people thought this case was over, but now it's back in the news because of legal contradictions and important files that make it unclear if the case is really over or not. It all started with the SEC sent Judge Analysis Torres a letter in response to Justin Kenner's urgent request. Most people thought that Justin Kenner had nothing to do with the Ripple case anymore. However, Kenner, who was once a suspect in his own SEC case, said that he had important proof that had to be shown in the Ripple case. The SEC turned down Kenner's request, saying that the district court no longer had the power to make such a decision since the case was being reviewed. But there's a catch. Ripple had already said that both the SEC's appeal and its own cross-appeal had been handled. So why does the SEC keep saying that the case is still being looked at by the Second Circuit Court of Trials? Bill Morgan, a lawyer for cryptography, thought this conflict was odd. What she said was true. Ripple thinks the legal battle is over, while the SEC keeps acting like the case is still going on. It's not just confusing when things aren't consistent like this. It could mean that bigger things are going on behind the scenes. Fans of Expert felt a sense of urgency when a user named Danny posted SEC, as I wrote a letter to Judge Torres, asking him to show strong proof right away, because I want something important to happen. However, this sense of urgency doesn't fit with the case that's supposed to be over, and the way people are talking about XRP coin is changing all the time. A tweet by Dragon that went popular said that the SEC had called XRP a commodity. Gold is also a commodity. Something or some help. It's a strong claim that XRP is like gold in the world, but there is some truth to it. If XRP is really seen as a commodity, something with value on its own that isn't tied to stock laws, then this is a huge change for not only Ripple but also for how digital assets could be categorized in general. Gold has been linked to safety and value around the world for a long time. If XRP can find, it could play a much bigger role in the financial ecosystem if it was in the same kind of digital space as the SEC. This case has been strange from the start, but this new development makes things even worse. Why take so seriously what some people have called legal spam? Why say that the court doesn't have the power to do anything if the cases are already over? There is still a lot we don't know about this case. It's not clear if this is a planned delay, an example of internal confusion, or a sign of something bigger. It started as a fight over whether XRP is a security, but it has turned into a bigger fight over jurisdiction classification and regulatory control. When it comes to Ripple and the SEC, one thing is certain: it's not just about every document, quote, and disagreement adds a new level to a court drama that may show how innovation and regulation can live together. The curtain goes up on what could be the last act or just another turn in the story. For now, we wait and watch, but trust me, what's coming up could make this case even more interesting. Even though the stock market is down and there is a lot of uncertainty, crypto experts aren't giving up. They think even bigger and better things will happen in the future. You won't want to miss their talk because it might change the way you see things. To start with the most outrageous claims, Jack the Rippler, a famous expert, wrote with confidence that 10% of experts would fail this year. If someone made such a claim before, it would be laughed off, but now it's harder to ignore, especially since Scrup is starting to gain speed after the lawsuit. Steph, who is also famous in the area, added another reminder from now until 6 months from now. Don't forget that Greer will make people rich. It's not just talk, it's a sign of loyalty from people who have been there for years and seen it through the storm. Plus, there's the AI part script. If you believe AI, Script will go over $35 in just 3 months. AI predictions aren't always right, but they usually are because they look at a huge amount of data and trends in how people feel and how the business changes. If the price of XRP went up to $35, it would be a big deal for people all over the world. But CryptoCharge COO, Matthew Breen, has the most interesting guess. He recently made the case for Rex going up to $100 or $1,000. That's true for the next 10 years, and it's not from someone trying to make news. Brian told them that XRP is half of their crypto stock, and that he has been slowly building it up for more than 5 years. He means what he says. He's not just talking about it. Brian doesn't just think things because he wants to. He talks about how helpful XRP is in real life, especially for doing business and sending money to family and friends abroad. He said that sending money back home and around the world in 5 seconds for less than a penny could be very useful in a world banking system that needs faster and cheaper options. In this case, XRP could be the clear leader. He is also honest and says that he plans to sell some of his XRP holdings to make money along the way, but he's also keeping some for the long term, 5 to 10 years. XRP will play a big role in the next generation of global banks. And he's not the only one who thinks this. People are no longer guessing what will happen, they are making plans. XRP isn't just being held for a big jump, it's also being held in line with its long-term plans. Still, not everyone agrees on the date. Brian believes that prices could rise to 3 or even 4 figures, but experts that they think SEC might not even reach $500 in the next 25 years. This is a big difference in expectations, which shows how complicated the crypto market is. XPR's growth will rest on partnerships with regulators and the economy as a whole. But here's the thing, XRP isn't like most coins. It made it through a tough case from the SEC and has a product that works and is already linked to global payment corridors. Perhaps most importantly, there are people in the community who really believe their time has come. There's no doubt about it. Whether you believe the $10,000, $100,000, or $1 million predictions, or are just keeping an eye on the game, SEC is bringing about a big change, and the lines between crypto and traditional are blurring. The lines between banking and XPRF are becoming less clear. Let's talk about something that could make XRP even more valuable: partnerships that work. We already know that real-world use is what separates lasting effect from hype, and XRP is ahead of the game. Trust me, what I'm about to say could be the key to reaching big price goals. They're not just names on a list, they make a big difference in the world. Get ready, because this part is going to blow your mind. With a price tag of $1.25 billion, Ripple bought Hidden Road. This is a big deal for XRP and the Bitcoin world as a whole. It's also a smart move to get into this market. Thanks for institutions, new options have opened up that could have a huge impact on the future of XRP and how it is used around the world. CEO of Ripple Brad Garlinghouse called the deal a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and he was right. Ripple is now the first cryptocurrency-based company to own a global multi-asset prime trading platform. This puts XRP at the center of some of the world's largest and best financial markets. This purchase ties Ripple's success to the banking industry as a whole, and is a major step towards spreading XRP around the world. What does this mean for people who own tokens and the price of tokens? XRP is no longer just a way to speculate. It is now linked to a cutting-edge banking system that could make it do everything from quickly grow Ripple's plan to add XRP and the XRP platform to services that clear hidden roads shows that XRP can be used in real-world banking.